Hello, beautiful souls. I hope you're doing well. Today, I have the honor and great pleasure to have with me Ken. Who I've met in the beautiful groups, the galactic groups, and also we had the opportunity to exchange a little bit at the JSIC conference that took place last October 2023, and that was a beautiful opportunity to meet you, Ken. We really enjoyed your presence, your beautiful personality, your beautiful soul. You have high frequencies, and I feel also there's a lot of intuitive parts in you. So without further ado, I'm just gonna let you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about what you'd like to share with us today. Welcome, Ken.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm honored that you would invite me to talk on your channel. We've spoken a little bit, and you do such a wonderful high energy. Everything you do is high energy. I think that is an awesome thing. So,
Thank
uh,
you.
she asked me if I could do this, and I said, well, yeah. After thinking about it, I do have something to say. I'm not very good at oration, so I'll do my best, and but I think I'm doing okay.
Yep.
Today, the topics I'd kind of like to talk about, and she kind of asked me for things that would help better everything. So I'm kind of looking at the things that I've gone through, and that might help actually other people. So that's kind of some of the things that I'm going to talk about. One of them is love. Second one is triggering and programs that we need to get rid of that doesn't serve us anymore. Stratification of awakening, and then the last one is my views on starseeds and stuff. So
It's gonna be
hopefully
interesting.
there'll be some synergy with other people on some of these topics. And so first of all, I'm going to greet everybody as my fabulous fractal friends. I always do that. People probably think that's corny, but at this point in time, I think it's important for everybody to know that we are all, part of the source, creator source. So, and it really should be shown in everything that we do, because it indicates it's the first step towards kindness to other people and understanding to other people, and to realize that everybody is your brother and sister. Kind of, that's one of the first programs, I guess, is that, well, we're taught to learn to love our family, maybe our neighbors as well. But that's kind of self-limiting if you think about it. We need to not go there. We need to actually not limit ourselves. That's part of the programming, right? We need to start loving everybody. And even the term love, I mean, people think about love, and even me, I used to get triggered on that. It's like the person who walks around going, "Oh, I love everything. I love you. I love you." It's like, oh, that's just hippie stuff, right? That's programming. So it takes
Unicorns
a
and
while to,
rainbows.
right, exactly. Yeah. And then there's other people that I'm kind of suspicious about sometimes. This is something I still work on, is when they do that, and are they being authentic with that? Is this just something that they say all the time?
Mhm.
But yeah, the programming about uh, the hippie stuff used to bother me, and of course it does not bother me at this point in time. Um, I'm gonna trigger some of you guys and say, hey guys, I love you guys. I sincerely love you guys. And I know some of you guys are going through, rolling your eyes and like, oh my
Mm.
God, there's some of you probably did get triggered on that. And we've been trained to not allow that to happen. Guys have not really, ever been allowed, especially in the South, where men, or even in the North or wherever you have a machismo thing going on. You're not supposed to express love at all, really, much less to other men or whatever. Again, this is some of the things that we need to get over, and some of the programs we just need to drop, because they're not really servicing us very, very much anymore. Um, and so we'll go from there. I
It's
kind of
really
wanted
what
to
you
point
say is
out.
sorry. It's very important what
No,
you say, Ken. I think it's especially among men, it's not easy. And what you say is very important and will inspire other males as well to, or of the male energy to express that love. So I think It's very important what you say. Sorry, just wanted to
Yeah,
say.
I've grown a lot in that area, and I probably am one of those guys now that says I love you all the time, you know, and I don't care. That's what it's true and it's authentic at this point in time, and there's nothing you can say that can stop me from doing it at this point in time. And like Alex Collier's Mornay says that the love you withhold will be the love that you're going to have to repeat in your next lifetime. So
Absolutely.
I'm not holding anything in. So back to a little bit. I've been through two GSIC conferences. The first one I went to just a little bit about that. I went and I was very skeptical. I'd never been to any of these conferences. You know, I was going, are there really wackos and lunatics out here or whatever? The logical part, my brain knew that everything was good, but there was just something missing. So I went there, and sure enough, I felt it. I mean, the physicality of I guess it was really the physical, um, the feeling, the spiritual part of it was, and the high vibrations in that conference were just incredible. The first year and even the second year as well. And I was lucky enough to volunteer at the second one, so it was always a wonderful experience. And then the triggering or the remembrance of my past life when Elena walked up with the oldest song, when she was playing the oldest song, and I started crying for that because my body recognized the past life episode there. So that was really cool.
Wow, amazing.
So yeah. So we'll move on to let's see. We talked about triggers. Oh, awakening stratification. So everybody on here pretty high functioning on all of this stuff, and the first awakening really is, hey, this world does not seem right. This is not weird. The world is weirder than it has ever been, and it's easier for me being vintage to know that it is different than it used to be. Now, people have been born and recently, they can't really see the difference because that's just the way it is now. But I can see that it's way more different than it is, and that's good because you need to observe and recognize the changes that are going on here and recognize that something's wrong. But the challenge that a lot of my friends have problems with is the letting it go. You need to observe and not absorb, right? Observe it and then let it go. And at some point in time, if there's something that you can do about it, then kind of along the lines of the Valnek discussion that Elena had on Star Nation News. So that was. I think that's important. If there is something you can do about it, do it. If there's nothing you can do about it, let it go because it does you no good. It benefits you nothing. So just let it go and go on with your life. Now the galactic part actually helps you recognize the second layer is the galactic part, and that kind of helps you recognize what's going on in here because a lot of the politics that we have can't really be explained without the oversight of the galactic component. So the second layer is the galactics and our lovely, beautiful friends. Oh, I got to go back and talk about love a little bit.
Yep.
More. I always get reminded. Our perception of love. I think our perception of love is like this. And every description I've heard of the galactic stuff is like, to where you can't see the end of it. So
Absolutely.
I think that there's a large spectrum of that unfortunately we just only know a little bit about it. And the thing to do is just love with all your heart is really all you can do. So back to that, our lovely friends upstairs. That's the second layer. It'll be wonderful when we get to travel. We get to go up there, go to the hub. I can tell you almost everybody on this channel would like to help in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I'll go back to an Alex Collier episode where he said, remember, it's not just that. We get to the third level, right? We must not forget that all of this, even their appearance here, is all about our spiritual development.
Absolutely.
So it's good. It's good that we see the inequities that's going on. It's good that we recognize that we're being visited and all of that, and that we're having help. But do not forget the most important one, which is the spiritual component, which we all need to be working on our spiritual development. Um, we're all on different plans, right? We are all working at different levels, so no one's any farther ahead or farther behind. Just you got to get in there and do the work, and keep in mind what the goal is. Keep your eyes
Yeah.
on the prize, I guess.
I agree with
So
you. And the spirituality is very important, as well as grounding it, grounding that spirituality as well, not just to keep it out there, like we say with the unicorns and rainbows. It's all very nice, but also to remember that we came to live this experience on Terra, with bodies, with avatars. So there's a reason why we have these experiences. So all honored to honor that as well. I agree with you, that spirituality to be grounded. So.
absolutely. Yeah, you talked about being grounded. I don't know whether your usage was that, but the energies are really high right now, and it's actually very good to go out and ground once, twice, or multiple times during the day, whether
Yeah.
you can or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very good to do that. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see. The last one was starseeds, right? The starseeds. I want to thank any of the starseeds or the envoys that have come here. I can't. Words can't express um, how much thanks and gratitude I have for them for coming here, knowing what they were getting into. As Alex said, they didn't really read the entire brochure, but you know, they came anyway, and it's just awesome that they would do that. So thank you guys for coming. And the second group would be the ones that haven't got their memory back. And I may or may not be in that group. I don't know yet, but really the one of the things it's confusing for me and agonizing at some point in time was to not know. And and I started analyzing what I needed to know about that. And it's like, well, what is the thing if what is the one thing that you would need to know about you being a starseed? What do you think it would be? Do you have an idea what it would be if you didn't know?
Oh, well, I spent, 51 years not knowing, and it was hell. And I'm still in the process of remembering, and here and there I get some glimpses, but it's a journey of recovery, and I think the journey is part of the whole
No, I
thing.
agree. I
Like the
absolutely
destiny is
agree.
cool, knowing all these things, but even then, I don't consider myself knowing all these things. I'm really, really in the process of recovery, but it's
Nobody knows everything.
the journey is fun too, I think, but
Yeah,
sometimes very
no,
frustrating, and we feel this lack, this loss of connection, with whoever's up there or whatever. And but I also see it as an opportunity for us to ground our connection with people here. And often we have a lot of people around us, maybe our physical biological family or friends, which are also an opportunity for us to not only to recover memories, but also to just to connect with and bring high vibes and share and be supportive of each other. So I personally think that the Terran family is as important as upstairs. I don't want to focus just on upstairs, because I don't know. It's nice to know. It's like an extra, but I don't know what you think about that.
hush,
Like,
no, be quiet. That's exactly the stuff I was supposed to be saying.
oh, sorry.
No, 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 I'm just
No,
teasing you.
please, please, but say it in your own way, because
I
we don't
I
always say it in
totally,
the same way.
I totally agree with you. I think it's going to be one wonderful thing. I think when there is an awakening and you're going to you're going to awaken to all of your neighbors and your family that you had no idea, right? Or, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. It's not really, you don't really know. But when I asked the question, what am I missing by not knowing? And the answer is my mission, right? I had to do a lot of introspective thought about what my mission is. If I'm an envoy or a starseed, why did I come here? And so that thought process led me to, okay, well, what is my mission? Well, I don't know my mission, but I don't need to wait. Okay, I don't think anybody needs to wait. If you think you're a starseed and you think that you have a mission, then it doesn't matter. Pick a mission and do it. Okay, and I'll give you a little example of how I kind of came to my realization of what my mission is. I was in Colorado about a year ago. I was really pretty depressed, and I was in the store pushing a cart through Costco with a bazillion people around me, and just like a robot. And then the dad walked by, and he was holding a 2.5 to 3 year old, and the child just locked onto my eyes and followed me, tracked me all the way, and then smiled a great big smile and waved. And it's like,
wow,
that was weird. I'm just a guy. Why would they smile at me like that? But it made me feel good. Actually, something happened. And then like 3 minutes later, exactly the same thing, a different kid, and it's like, wow, it amazed me to that level that how much a simple smile, simple eye contact and a simple smile, and it's not just really, it's the eye contact as well, because it's the field that you are emanating that does that as well. I mean, you could explain it as just simply physical eye contact and stuff like that, which is part of it, but no, it's more than that. And so that's how my mission is, to basically just be a, a lighthouse to share as much light of mine that I can to everybody, and basically, go into the store, like Alex says, go into the store and bless the people in the store. Just remember to open up your field and give it to whoever you're walking past and everything. And so my suggestion is, don't wait. If you don't know your mission, fine, figure out what your mission is. And I'll talk a little bit about that in just a second, but yeah, now is not the time for waiting for anything, in my opinion. Everything's going on right now. Now's the time. So that's my opinion on that. If for all the people that are listening to this, you guys are probably starseeds, you have really nothing to worry about. So it's in your time. Actually, in Elena's last webinar, she actually mentioned somebody had asked the question, are all the starseeds and envoys awake? And she said, no, they're not awake. They're here on waves, and maybe there's a time in the mission that they will be woken up or whatever. So if you're worried about that and you haven't awoken yet, then that's fine. It's most likely that it's going to happen whenever it happens. So I have no worries about it. You should have no worries about it, but don't wait on the mission. If you pick a mission that's not your real mission, then that's fine. You've bettered humanity for that period of time. Yeah, and how can you say that? There's nothing wrong with that,
yeah,
right?
And if we consider that source is love, incarnating a mission of love, whatever form it takes, you are in your mission, so.
And the morphogenic field attracts, you attract whatever it is. If you are in the process of emanating love, not only will that help everybody else, but it will, it's my opinion that is part of your spiritual journey as well. I mean, this is going to help you in your progress towards the end goal. So if I would suggest everybody to start looking at what they can do if they're not already doing it, and get off your butt. If you're sitting on your butt, get off your butt. don't wait to find out if you're a starseed and what your mission is. Let's just go ahead and do it. But again, like I said, most of you guys listening are probably are. Now let's go to the third group of people, which is ones that are not starseeds. Okay, let's just consider that.
Yeah.
There are probably some people on this call that, or on this, watching this, that they may not be starseeds, right? But they are awakening, right? And this is the other reason why I say don't wait for your mission, because if you are or you're not, you can still have a mission. If you feel that you have a mission, then go ahead and do it. And even if you're not a starseed, now some people will go, oh, well, I'll be disappointed if I'm not a starseed, and maybe you need to look at your ego if you do that. But the how does it make any difference, really? We've all got non-Terran DNA, right?
Yeah.
Um, and we're all children of Creator Source. And you're doing a mission. How does that detract from anybody or anything, right? That's the most awesome thing in the world. And on the Starseed or the Star News, on Elena's Star News, she mentioned the Inner Earth group that had manifested and met, and they were talking about how many actual um, Terrahu that were actually elevating, and that we were on schedule and everything was working. And that is just, I mean, you can talk about individual missions as starseed, but the overall mission, that's exactly what it is, you know. And if you are or if you're not, I do one of these up here because um, you you have graduated through some of the worst stuff in the galaxy, as I understand, and you've done it without help, and you've done it with it would just be amazing. And we're all brothers and sisters. I don't think it really matters, um, um, especially when we get to go ride on UFOs anyway. So
Yeah.
we get to that Star Trek future. So
Yeah.
um, that's just what I want to point out. And everybody probably has genetic memory of previous lives, which is not necessarily an indication of starseed per se.
Yeah.
That means you're an older soul.
Mm.
Um, so, and I'm not trying to disregard anybody who thinks that they're a starseed, but I just want to point out that if you're not, it really doesn't matter. I would give you more credit for awakening without that than any of the other ones, actually, because congratulations, you did an awesome thing. So um,
You're absolutely right. And this whole starseed thing, I mean, it's just words. It's just words. I don't like labels as well. I consider everyone a starseed. Like, like Alex say, we're because of our genetics, we're all, partly connected to upstairs. So it doesn't matter. And it's not an ego thing, like you say. So it doesn't really matter. It's really what you are and what you do. And in that way, and because we're soon getting to the end of this interview, I feel this is something that I really resonate with you, is that you are, those children that were waving their hands to you. I'm not surprised, because this is what you do. This is who you are. People, when they are in your field, they feel that light. They feel that high frequency. I felt it, and I know everybody at JSIC felt it. And you are right in the middle of that mission of yours. Whatever it is, you're doing it wonderfully well, and you're really contributing to supporting in people in kindness and in a very loving and very present way. And that's something I really honor about you. So thank you for being all that you are. I really do.
thank you for all that you do.
Pleasure. It's a real passion. And
You're
being
you're
surrounded by such amazing people, we're just collaborating with so many beautiful people that you guys are. It's such an honor, and it's a pleasure.
no, I loved our community. It's the best, I tell you.
So, my dear Ken, we're going to close this interview. Do you have just the last few words you would like to share before we part?
Go in love every day. Keep your mind open for little steps on your spiritual journey. They're trying to tell you they're giving you little clues, and you need to be paying attention to these clues as it occurs. But just look outward to everybody as a brother and sister, and do your best to love them. And most definitely, do not get wrapped around the axle with current events and all of those things, and keep in your love. And I think we're gonna pull it all off. I know we're gonna pull it all off. So
we can feel it. We can see it in the energy already that things are getting better. Sometimes it's, sometimes it's challenging, but things are changing for the best. I feel it too. So Ken,
well,
thank you
so much.
Thank you. Thank you for being who you are. And thank you for joining us today. And take immense care of yourself. And we keep in touch. And hopefully we'll see each other at some next JSEC or future JSEC again.
Yes, we'll see you all at the next JSEC.
Yeah.
Make sure you make a trip to there if you can. So
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you again, Ken. Take care of yourself. Bye. All my gratitude for helping this channel bring high vibrations and high frequencies to more people.